blocker to stay around for a little while, or he wants it to use it on the attack and on the offensive because he knows now he has numbers advantage for at least one more turn. You're going to have the Darren is going to have one. He's going to lose one character at the end of this turn, so he's going to have a massive numbers advantage going into next turn. Even though, okay, he's going to lose the Hida, the intimidating.
He's going to drop to 6 honor.
That
We've been talking before. 6 honor is entering the danger zone.
It is entering the danger zone. But the thing is, he has another conflict in him now this turn. He has air,
and he has his keeper initiate to get it done.
He has either air, or he can re-honor his. He can do fire to dishonor somebody, or air to gain some honor. It'll be interesting to see what he does here. I personally, I think I would go for either. I think I would probably go for air in this scenario.
Air isn't bad. Fire actually wouldn't be bad either to honor your keeper initiate because he's got 2 glory.
Yeah, yeah.
Water is the one that just has nothing to do. And the thing is, the shameful.
And he's going to go for air.
He's going for air. Okay.
I think
air.
For me, air at this point, it helps you restabilize.
No, it really makes sense. It does. I will assume as well that he's going to take 2
he could
from the
break
bank.
The province,
so
right?
he's bowing.
Oh, that's from the stronghold. Right.
Is he just walking into that? Did he not know?
Does he have a
oh no, he's got a conflict character in his hand.
Oh, okay.
That he can afford. But the thing is, he can play it to claim the ring, but he won't break the province.
Yeah.
And it costs him 2 fate that he could be using in his dynasty phase next turn. So
very true.
I don't feel the Ring of Air is
worth it at this point.
Yeah, I feel like.
Well, this is going to be Darren losing.
Okay, well, dropping to 6 is bad though. I mean, the extra 2 really does help him stabilize it. It lets him, even if he bids 1, it lets him represent that he might not.
Yeah.
Being on 6 at the end of the turn really says
it hurts.
There's
it
only
really hurts. Oh, and there's
options are limited.
There's a conflict character.
So we're seeing a conflict character coming down. I can't quite see.
That's a Scorpion character.
It must be Scorpion. It's not Crane, that's for sure.
It looks as though it's a wrong stack of cards.
Is it the unassuming Yojimbo? No, he couldn't have afforded her.
It's
the Adept of Shadows.
Adept of Shadows, yeah. So Adept of Shadows, action, lose 1 honor, return this character to your hand. It's a 2/2 for 2. So he's currently,
So now Darren is claiming Ring of Air, and the reason he's doing this is to guarantee favor control.
Yeah. Would make sense. Okay, and he's going to put...
Oh, and he's dropping a Spies at Court, dishonoring his character to make Max discard 2 cards from hand.
Ooh, ouch. That's really rough. And that's
Tough
a route.
times. It's a Hida Gunso and a route. So that's why he did that.
Good.
He claims air. That gives him favor control as well.
And
good turn for Darren.
Darren's going to lose a bit of honor.
He is. He's going to lose 1 only this turn. Max is going to lose 1 too.
You heard that splattering here first, people. Thank God it was onto the floor.
So we're going to see 1 honor loss from Darren, 1 honor loss from Max.
Interesting place here now for Max. So Imperial Favor goes over to Darren, and interesting. So he's going to lose. Okay, Dishonored guy. That brings him down another honor, right? Or
that was the honor he lost. Yeah. Still, like his board is better now. Like he still has board superiority. It's his initiative. He has 2 fate in the bank.
Yeah.
He can swing back into this for sure.
I'm reasonably confident in him. I think.
Oh, you've gone from a rock solid lock to reasonably confident.
Well, that hurt. That round hurt because
Andy Gordon, fair weather friend.
No, that round hurt because Darren played it well. He's playing an attrition game because he wants to win by dishonor. I think it's pretty clear that he wants to win by dishonor.
Potentially.
What I'm seeing from his deck is that he's playing a lot of dishonor, or honorable and dishonorable leveraging cards.
So we're seeing the honored guest and a Tomo Courtier, a Mia Mystic, and the Brash Samurai still there from last turn. And no provinces were taken that turn. First turn, no provinces taken.
That's a good thing for Darren. Not such a good thing for Max, because that'll extend the length of the game.
Well, we'll see what the dials. We've got an Imperial Storehouse for Max. That takes a bit of pressure off his hand, which is good. I think that's a Haruma Yojimbo in the province, or might be the stalwart defender. Or Borderlands Defender. Yeah, it's the Borderlands Defender, who is an extremely powerful card.
Yeah, that's the sacrificial one, right?
No, that's the 3/3 who can't be bowed or moved home while
Oh
defending.
wow, oh, yeah. So that just gives him an amazing defense whenever he, because I think what Darren's gonna jockey for position here, and he's gonna try and. What I feel he's gonna try and do is he's gonna try and put pressure on with honor, like little jabs of honor every now and then, and try and get him in a position where.
So the Brash Samurai is coming out. Wow, that's counterintuitive play from Darren here. So unless he has a plan to keep his Asahina Storyteller in play, he's kind of going for an anti-synergy here. The Brash Samurai will honor himself.
Yeah.
And he'll miss out on the card draw because the Storyteller is going to leave play this turn.
Oh, okay.
And he's overspent on the. Now the Brash Samurai is he's basically a 4/3 for 2. He's worth overspending on, but I feel like with the Honored Guest in Province, especially, who's an incredibly powerful card. If I had to choose between who I was going to overspend on this turn, that's who I'd be going for.
It wouldn't be the beat stick.
Well, she is a beat stick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She's a Hida Berserker. She just dresses in blue and has 4 politics instead of 4 military.
Yeah, of course.
And the Brash Samurai would have gotten his work done and drawn him a card. And at the same time, like right now, he's vulnerable to the Void Ring.
Yeah, very much
which he wouldn't have been if he saved that fate and took the card.
Yeah. But we can see here. Oh, is that who's come into play for
the Heated Guardian? So he's a little guy who gets big when there's holdings, which there's currently one holding in place, so he's probably not going to want to blow that up right away. But
interesting fate situation. Yeah, I think Max has got to make. He's got to make quite an assertive play here. He's got to.
Well, he's got a big board. He's got the space to make something happen for sure.
Yeah. So it's going to be here. Max has got to be clever about which ring.
Comes the dial. Darren's bidding 1. Max is bidding something.
He's got to bid 1 in this situation. If he bids
draws
more,
1,
oh god,
he draws 2.
Oh god,
he drew 3. Oh Jesus! So he goes to 4 honor. Darren goes to 12.
That's a really questionable move. I mean, honestly, looking at the board position, I don't think that was necessary.
Not necessary
in
at
any way.
all. I get a sense that Max has not been watching this stream.
Yeah.
I feel like if he'd been watching this stream, he'd have known to bid 1.
To bid 1.
Always bid 1.
1 is the bid. 1 is the bid.
3 is not the magic number.
So this
1 is the magic number.
Essentially, this means that he has to claim air. He has to claim air this
must.
turn.
But there's fate on air, so maybe that was his plan. Oh no, there isn't fate on air because Darren claimed it on defense last turn. Oh.
So that means that
always bid 1. You were on 6, you lunatic. How's that rock solid confident prediction holding up?
I'm still pretty confident. I have the courage of my own convictions here. I'm not going to back down. Just like Max. Max is going to go. He's going to rush in there. He's going to cause mayhem. And he's going to wreck face.
He's got a lot of work to do this turn, that's for sure.
This has to be a big turn. I think he's got to break 2. I think breaking 2 and claiming air. Those are the main priorities. Well, okay, breaking 1, claiming air. Absolute necessity in this round for him. So he can. Okay, the benefit is that having initiative and having more characters on the table means that he can decide when he commits 2. And he's going to commit 2 first to a military conflict with Earth. I would never, ever have done that.
It's fire.
Fire. Okay, well, I mean,
And it's a rally to the cause. If it is, he's in trouble. Yeah, switching it to political, which, by the way, is what happened at the end of that game with Alex and Gunnar.
Yeah.
So now we've got political fire. Actually, that doesn't actually
it
might
much
favor
of a
Darren based on his hand, but it doesn't
yeah.
actually change Max's force total at all.
Mm-hmm.
He was going in with two military and 2 politics, and his Heated Guardian can get bonus politics from his ability.
Okay,
so he's with 1 holding in play. He's effectively a 3 politics character.
It's a 1-man block
with the Atomo Court here. And let's see what's happening. Cloud the Mind.
So no actions,
so the Heated Guardian,
no printed actions.
Heated Guardian's ability is gone. No longer is he 3 politics. He is now just a blank 1/1.
Yeah.
which for one, like, is not the end of the world. It's not great,
No,
but
no.
it's not. He had a good omen in hand, and he bid 3 max. I mean, like, if he did 1, it wouldn't have helped. Oh, maybe he drew it. Maybe he didn't have it in hand.
I think
Anyway,
he drew
he's
it.
lunatic.
So.
He has a way of the crab. Way of the crab can make magic happen, but I don't see it happening right now with
the thing is, sacrificing
losers in play.
Yeah. He wants to be sacrificing someone here who has no value, and he does not have any characters on the board that have no value.
Yeah, they matter. Like, I mean, they're not like he doesn't have none of his characters are big. Like the Borderlands defender is great. The other 4 are sort of losers, but they're losers that he needs.
They're important losers at the moment.
I mean, board advantages is what he has.
It's the only thing he has going for him.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he has card advantage really. Not like hand advantage. Maybe he does actually. It looks like from the way Darren's shuffling his hand, he's only got 2 cards left.
Yeah, but Max only has 4, so like it's not like so he's going to battle the Guardian.
Now that's a sacrifice target, I would say. Which is good.
So he's going to. There's no point holding on to it. His holding based ability is gone, and he drew a Spies at Court.
Okay.
Do you need to have a courtier or just a participating character to play that? Because if he plays that on Darren now, it's going to be super damaging because Darren only has 2 cards in hand. Participating friendly character. So if he wins this conflict, doesn't need to break the province, just wins the conflict, Darren discards his hand.
That's crushing.
So that's a pretty good top deck. If he has a plan to win the conflict, now he can route the Atomo home because she has a dash military, and it looks like
that's exactly what he's going to do.
Off she goes. So that's going to be a 1-point honor loss for Darren if he doesn't have a way of bringing her back in.
And which he doesn't. Well, okay.
Almost certainly doesn't. We know he's not splashing unicorn.
Yeah,
so
he's not splashing. So he definitely doesn't. Big play there. Big draw. Big play. I think we're going to see something.
Look at the body language of these hands. Oh, here's the bloody Adaptive Shadows is back again, causing more mischief.
Yeah, okay.
That's fate from his pocket, though. Like, it's not nothing.
I mean, that's a card he won't be able to use on the attack now. So that's probably...
Well, he can actually. Because he doesn't have the fate to pay it again. He could bounce it back to hand and then play it again, because she's a very good card. She's one of the cards that makes Scorpion very frightening.
Really, really frightening.
But it looks now maybe like he's not going to get a chance to play that Spies at Court here, which is
that's
a result.
But the thing is,
for Darren.
I mean, Darren's only got 1 card in hand.
That's true. So it's half the work is done in that sense. And he made him pay some fate for it.
Yeah, exactly. So he's gotten stuff out of the game. He's done his job without actually having to play the card that's in his hand.
Yeah. But he is not claiming the Fire Ring now. And looking at his hand, I don't see that there's a way he can.
Honestly, what is Fire going to give him in this situation? I mean,
it'll make his. That guy's already in the conflict. Does nothing. The Borderlands Guardian. Does she have good glory? She's glory 1. It'll make her 4/4. It's not nothing.
Yeah.
So he's dropping the Heater Ambusher, the Haruma Ambusher, and he's turning off the Adaptive Shadows ability. Oh, and Darren's reading the card. That means he's never a good sign.
Dropping bombs here.
He knows what the card does, but he's like, "Fuck that! I'm pretty." I mean, he's seeing, damn, I'm pretty sure that screws me. I better read it. Yeah, it screws me. And he puts it down again.
Oh, I guess my days are numbered.
No. PG-13, we're allowed 1. It's fine.
Okay.
We're allowed exactly 1. That's it.
No more profanity stream. No more. Although.
And it looks like he's fiddling with the ring token. It looks, and there's the Spies at Court.
Oh!
Discarding the last card in his hand.
There it is, folks. You saw it here first. The
dishonoring the Haruma Ambusher.
As we say back in Limerick, my hometown, Darren got burnt. He got burnt.
Would you say he was a gal?
He was a no. That's we're going beyond.
We're not there. It's too far.
It's before the watershed, dude. It's before the watershed.
Okay, so and that got him the ring.
So it gets him the ring.
Which he used to dishonor the Brash Samurai. Nice.
Dishonoring the Brash Samurai.
And Darren has no hand. So the Brash Samurai is now 0/0.
Yeah.
And if he goes into a conflict and uses his ability to honor himself instead of being a 4/3, he'll just be back to being a 2/1. That's a smart play.
Yeah, good play there.
Really, and Darren has no hand, so now Max can just sit back and it doesn't matter what's in his hand. He has anything in his hand. Darren can't.
And this is the power of having. This is the weakness of having nothing in hand. It means everything you have,
you're exposed.
Your strategy is completely reliant on what you have on the board. There is no surprise. As long as you can read every card, you understand what the lines of play are, you know exactly what your opponent has in store for you, which is incredibly
Darren is asking to look at the discard pile.
So seeing
also
that
a sign of panic.
Very much so. Very much so. Darren is quaking in his boots at the moment, I would say. He's sensing dread. He's losing so much tempo this turn. I mean, okay, you're going to see...
Air is still up for grabs.
He's got to contest air.
Oh, his whole board is dishonored. He has no strength at all.
He can't. He's
his Storyteller is 0-2. His Brash Samurai is 0-0. His Tomo Courtier is -2. He has one. Like
he can do one.
Max's next conflict
is open.
Is uncontestable.
Yeah, it's uncontestable.
And if Darren wants to, if he wants to try and do something, Max can just say no.
I think what he's got to do now is he's got to declare air, and he's got to lose it. He's gonna have to go in. He's going to contest. Just so that
against Crab, there's always the risk that you walk in to defend the wall, that he gets air as well.
That he gets air. Oh God. So no province is broken still, but this is
so much action, and it's only turn 2. The game has swung in each player's favor. Like, oh, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's been over for both of them, and it's only turn 2. Yeah.
This is a very different game to what we've seen. Most the other games, it was like break province, like very, very aggressive. And like this has been an aggressive game, but it's been a game where not much has happened in terms of...
It's a battle between, featuring the Crane, the masters of the slap fight, hair pull, not in the face.
Don't hurt me, I'm pretty. I hate Crane.
It's because you're uncultured.
Oh, how dare you? How dare you? All I did was play a clan who was full of pirates. How can I be uncultured?
Hey, Crane and the Mantis were best buddies for a long time. We both had all the money and all the boats.
I'm not sure we were best buddies.
Best buddies.
I'm not sure we were best buddies. To be honest,
so
I don't
Darren
even like
right
Jack.
now, he's deep in the tank, thinking hard about how he digs himself out of this hole.
I'd say if I was Max, I'd be like, yep, what you got? What you got, brah? Bring it out.
Of course, if you're Darren now, you're thinking, all I need to do is sit here twiddling my thumbs for another 40 minutes, and I have the favor, and I'm higher on honor, and I win on tiebreaker. So let's slow it down.
I think if we...
Slow it down. Okay, so we're seeing political water.
Ooh, interesting. I think that's a bad play.
And we're seeing a province.
A province.
It could be any province.
It's... Oh, God. I wish I knew.
It's not defend the wall.
It's a...
No, sorry, we've no way of knowing. We know it's not a manicured garden or fertile fields. Beyond that, it could be anything.
No clue. Anyone on stream know?
Yeah, do any of you guys know? We don't know. Zoom and enhance.
I think it actually could be... Yeah, I think it's defend the wall.
Oh, is it? Oh, dear.
Oh, Jesus.
So he just hops in the way with the Haruma defender now.
So he can...
Oh, he's blocking with the Mia. Because, again, Darren is totally exposed. There's no trick he can do.
If it is defend the wall, and it is water, and he defends successfully, if he defends with 2 successfully, he can untap somebody, or he
not one of the guys who defended. He can only untap the...
No, he can untap he can untap the initiate, or he can untap the... So he's got 2 cards that he can straighten. I mean, he's going to give himself...
He's got options.
He has got options.
Because the Haruma Ambusher is still 2-2 because he's 0 glory.
Exactly. So he'll have options to break a province and respond.
He knows the numbers. Like, there's no mystery to it. He can just stand in the way and go, you have nothing.
And the stronghold is bowed, so there's absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Like, Darren's going in there with basically all you see on the table, and Max is playing from such a position of strength right now. And look at that hand waving. That's definitely hand model style, like hand waving, I would say. Look,
there's a saltiness to that gesturing, isn't there?
There certainly is. I mean, you can see it. A hand gesture says so much about an L5R player.
How much respect, how much disrespect.
Yeah.
Patience, impatience, serenity and stillness, or the raging storm inside.
How much enlightenment you have in your soul. Okay, so now Max is explaining how he's going to win the game.
Yeah.
He's like, Darren.
So, yeah, the Haruma Ambusher is going to get straightened when he claims Ring of Water.
Come here and I tell you a question.
Bow. And now that leaves him with a dishonored Brash Samurai.
And he's going to claim the favor.
He is for sure. Yeah.
For sure going to claim the favor because he's going to have another claimed ring now.
Still no provinces broken this game.
Still none, but he's going to, like, uncontested, claim another ring, probably
reveal
air.
another province.
Yeah, so there he goes.
Oh,
he's
no,
gonna
he's
go
going. Oh, so that means he's planning on breaking it.
Yeah, I'd say he's going to try and break this one. This makes the most sense. He needs to start breaking provinces. If that's going to be his victory condition, and I'm pretty sure
he's not winning by dishonor.
He's definitely not going to win by honor or dishonor this game. Breaking provinces has to be his victory condition. So
he claims air and must be gaining 2.
He must be gaining 2. I can't imagine he would do anything else. And losing 1 from Darren for an uncontested fight. All right, so that's stabilizing things.
He's still in the danger zone a little bit.
It's still in threat, but I don't think there's going to be a single turn, especially now with the new board state that's going to be coming in.
Darren is thinking of throwing a conflict.
Oh.
And he can, because the Honored Samurai, the Brash Samurai will honor himself again.
Oh, okay.
But if Max has a court games in hand, it's done.
Okay, so Max kept one character still at home.
He has the Sepun Guardsman.
The Sepun Guardsman.
And it's a military conflict, so he can defend.
Yep. He's put Darren in a he's really got him in a vice right here, I think.
The sleeper is locked in a little bit, all right. I mean, well, maybe not. I wouldn't say it was the fact that his bidding is still so restricted is relevant. Yeah.
But he's got him.
But Darren has no cards in hand, so like he's still ahead, even if he has to bid 1 next turn, and he should bid 1 next turn.
Yes,
because always bid 1. So he's bowing his stronghold to make the Sepun 3 strength. Darren's Brash Samurai honors himself, going to 2 strength. He's gaining 1 fate from his Manicured Gardens.
That's a good play.
And Darren has no cards in hand again, so that's the conflict.
There's nothing he can do. And Darren's going to lose a little bit more at the end of this phase.
When the
Dishonored
Shigenta
leaves play.
Yeah.
And he's going to, let's see, he's going to lose a good amount of board. Half his board presence is going to be gone.
And Max is going to keep his most important character, which is the Borderlands Defender.
Yep.
And he's got a good omen next turn to keep her around even longer.
Yeah, exactly. Low. And Darren, I think Darren needs to bid.
And Darren has to bid this turn.
He has to bid high. Yeah. He has to bid high. If I was Darren, I'd be looking at bidding
that
around
good omen
4.
is a lock to get played.
Yeah.
No one claims Earth. Oh, no, he got it.
Oh, what? Ooh, and away the crab goes down. I don't understand how. Tied. Was it a tied fight?
The Sepun was on 3. Oh, Darren has the favor. He has the military favor.
Military favor. Wow. KG.
So we're going to see the Asahina leave play.
He's going to get the favor.
Max claims the favor, and he's taking it for politics.
That's yeah. Seems reasonable.
He's losing 1 dishonored character as well.
Yeah, so it's going to be 1 honor. He's down to 5, and then Darren's going to be down to 10. So this is going to be really, really interesting. I'm expecting here. So
Darren bounced his Add Up to Shadows back to hand, and he drew a card from the Ring of Earth. So he has some, but so one of them is known as a known quantity. So it's basically just the same as if the character was in play. And
still one province broken, or none?
I think no province is broken.
Still none. I mean, this is
a slow game, and 4 rings were claimed last turn.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, they need to start thinking about their tiebreakers.
Yeah.
If you're sitting at that table now, you need to start thinking.
Yeah. Time is against. Honestly, time is against Max at this point.
Time is against both of them. It's just like the honor difference matters, but
it matters for 1 point in the tiebreaker.
Yeah, exactly.
Or 2 points. 2 points.
But seeing this game come to a conclusion decisively seems unlikely now.
It does.
So they're refreshing their fate.
I feel like Max missed an opportunity to break a province in that last round.
Maybe. I mean,
he played it well.
He came out ahead in that turn, but so let's see. They're still doing their cleanup. Darren's refreshing his provinces entirely.
Oh, look at that one finger. He's like, that's Max saying, I'm number 1, baby. See what you are? Darren Hazelden, you are number 2. Literally, figuratively, whatever you want to say.
He's not a number, he's a man.
That's...
So we're seeing the Doji Challenger, very powerful card.
Is that a...
It's the Kuni Witch Hunter.
Okay.
Kuni Witch Hunter, Mia Mystic. The busted Caillou unique. guy. You can imagine the actual word I wanted to use there.
Hida Tomatsu.
And another Mia Mystic. No, it's that guy, Kai
Shuichi. Okay, so Kai Shuichi, let's just give you an idea of what he is.
Is so good.
He's a 4 cost character for 3/3 Bushi Engineer Covert, which is, yeah, in my opinion, one of the most broken keywords in the game.
So we're seeing the Doji Challenger. The Doji Challenger is a really powerful character.
Yeah.
Her harpoon, she can drag. While attacking, she points at someone at home and goes, "You get in here. We're having a fight."
I love that mechanic.
Which is it was great before and is great now because it denies the defender. Like I drag you in, and now like you had a plan to use that guy for your defense or for your future conflicts. Not anymore. So he's bringing her out with 1 fate. Max is considering his options. He's working with only 8 fate.
8 fate's good though.
It's not, well, he could be working with 10 or 12 or 15.
Well,
8 is 1 more than the bare minimum.
Hey, that 1 fate, we've said it before, 1 fate.
It can make the difference.
It can make a huge difference.
I feel he's going for Shuichi.
Yeah, which I think is the right play. Covert is just too strong at this.
Covert's very, very strong, especially in a limited board situation.
He's removing his opponent's ability to defend.
Darren is the first player.
Yeah.
He's going to get to attack first with his Doji Challenger, pick a fight with whoever he wants, including potentially with Shuichi.
Yeah.
Whereas if he takes the Witch Hunter, doesn't matter who gets it. If the Witch Hunter gets harpooned and bows from the defense, he's a big 4 force defender. That's half a good job done.
Yeah.
And then he can sacrifice the Heated Guardian.
Yeah.
To straighten him afterwards.
Okay, so here comes the dials. This is going to be the most important part of this turn, I would say.
Stop hiding your dial, Max.
God damn it! Put them in the middle of the table.
We talked about this. Darren bids 1. Max bids a number.
How many does Max bid? Please tell me. Oh my God! What is he doing?
2, 3.
Wow. Another 1 there, Jack. I think for Max.
He drew 4.
He drew 3 cards. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, the difference. That was.
The man has balls. I'll give him that. Balls of brass, balls of steel, balls of whatever they make the fucking space shuttle. Damn it, that's 2. Now we're not PG-13 anymore. Sincerest apologies
to all of our younger viewers.
Now we're TV-14. Ugh.
I don't know. I think Max is.
So we're seeing water military featuring.
I think that was a really, really, really bad.
Oh, it was.
He could have bid 2. To be honest, he could have bid 2 and still come out okay with that. Bidding. So he's turned off his Good Omen.
Yeah.
And
although it would have been off anyway.
It would have been off anyway. But the thing is, he was giving him no chance of playing Good Omen.
Maybe he thought that Darren, being light on cards, was going to bid higher. You know, if you're matching Darren's bid, that's okay. If he thought Darren was going to bid 5, but Darren knows to always bid 1. Hashtag always bid 1. Well, so we're seeing fire military.
Fire military. That's
into the Manicure Gardens again, so feeding him more fate.
So this is interesting because I think in this situation it means that Darren is probably trying to go for the Dishonor victory.
For sure. Yeah.
For sure, because
why wouldn't he? Max is on 3.
Exactly. Max is on 3. If he claims fire, dishonors one of Max's cards. That card at the end of the turn goes away, loses 1 honor. If he then also claims Ring of Air, and this is why it was so important for Max to claim Ring of Air.
Yeah.
And which he hasn't done.
Well, he has an opportunity. Darren's gone for fire, which means Max has an opportunity to claim Air.
Yeah. Bearing in mind, we could be in a scenario where Max is actually on 2.
If he didn't take 2 that time. No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. He'd never do that to us.
After me backing him all that way, like putting my reputation on the line.
So we're getting a big defense. The Haruma Defender, the Borderlands Defender, and the Mia Mystic. So he's committing to the defense. The Brash Samurai is going to honor himself, making him 4-3.
Oh.
Which means he is currently winning. Oh, no, but Max is about a stronghold already, so actually he's not winning. He's got 4, 5, 6. versus Darren's 4.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens this turn. This is like this is one of the most intriguing turns that I've seen.
He gains 1 fate from his manicured garden. Darren is dropping a fine katana. Put him up to 6 military strength. Does Max have an answer?
He's got to be nervous here. I know.
Max drops his own fine katana. Yeah.
I know in this situation I would be sweating bullets if I was Max. I feel like I had momentum in this game.
Sacrificed to me a mystic to get rid of the fine katana.
Seems like a fair play. I know.
This is the problem with defending with the Mia Mystic instead of the
sacrifice.
If you defend with the Heated Guardian, you get the same force, but now to sacrifice him.
But the thing is,
costing you.
He can't afford. At this moment in time, he can't afford to have a presenceless defense.
Oh no, he certainly can't.
Especially if air is going to be claimed.
Yeah.
So he cannot sacrifice.
That Good Omen sitting in his hand just taunting him. I have a feeling he might have an assassinate as well.
Like I think the way he's played his honor totals in this game.
Too risky. Just
speculating too much.
Yeah.
He's been speculating with his honor too much, and it's put him in a position where he now...
The bottom fell out.
Yeah, that's it. And that's actually a situation we've seen. We've seen it twice already today. Why? There was no... Unless he's really digging for a certain card.
30-30.
But what card do you want to dig for that's going to dig you out of this position? He's got to take 3 provinces. He's got to break 3 provinces. There's no card in your deck that's going to allow you that to happen in 1 turn. So I don't see how drawing 3 cards was gonna win anything for him. Maybe we're being a bit too harsh on poor Max here.
I don't think we're being harsh. Like, we're behind him all the way.
I was like I would have staked my life on it that he was going to win this game. Maybe not my life.
That might have been excessive.
My mother's life. Maybe Jack's life. I think that's about as.
How much does that Jade Tetsubo cost? 3? I have a feeling it costs 3. 2 only. Okay, you can see a Jade Tetsubo. He's thinking about it.
Come back from the bin.
No, it's in his hand.
It's in his hand. He's just revealing.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Oh, he's giving
fire, and it's dishonoring Shuichi.
That's interesting. He's just removing his ability to defend
or to
defend or attack.
To attack, really.
Yeah.
Because he's got 2 glories down to a 1 he's removing his ability to break provinces. Like with Covert, he still has a very good chance because he can go military, bypass the Doji Challenger. And get some Itomo can't defend.
Yeah. But at this point, it's like Max almost has by drawing 3 cards. I think he's actually played himself out of winning this game. Because I don't think he will have enough time now to break the requisite number of provinces to even get himself into a tiebreaker scenario. I don't think he's going to get... He's definitely not going to win. It's going to take far too much time for him to break 3 and then go for the stronghold. He's just buying time right now, I think.
So he claims air. Thank God.
I mean,
military
that's
air.
void.
That's void. Max.
This is madness. This is sheer madness. Or maybe there's a method to the madness. I mean, that's a board wipe, essentially.
Yeah. He's losing another point of... Oh, no, the Shuichi's going to hang around a turn. And actually, that does make sense.
Does it?
Shuichi's dishonored.
Yeah.
And if he loses his fate, that's another point of honor loss.
Yeah.
So taking void protects Shuichi.
Fair.
It protects him from another point. Get your hat out of the way, Darren.
But the thing is, if Darren wants to push for the win this turn, he has to take air.
He does.
So it means nothing to take void because void isn't going to be the next contested
He's not going to push because with 3 honor left, there's the Shadow Lady again. 3 honor left, he can't. Sorry, Darren should be 1 honor lower because he bounced that chick to hand. He can't win this turn because he's only got 1 conflict left. So 1 conflict and air. We'll get 2 points of honor loss. Max on 1.
But the thing is, okay, at 1, that means that Max he's basically, there's a bunch of things that he has to do. He has to contest every fight, and he has to make sure that air is never claimed by Darren. So
the Jade Tetsubo comes down, putting him up to 4 military strength, putting him in province breaking range. J-Tetsu was a very powerful card.
I don't know. I think this is swung firmly in favor of Darren.
Big style, for sure. It could swing back if they had another hour. Claims void, protecting Hikaru Shuichi.
Has one card in hand.
Removes the fate from the Doji Challenger.
So look at that point.
He is getting a full board wipe.
Commanding point.
So Darren has one conflict left.
One conflict, and he can contest it. Okay, so that's good. He can at least contest.
He can get in the way. Yeah.
Yeah. That's important because every single point of honor now counts for Max. Yeah, I think I'd be not in the greatest shape, emotionally speaking, if I were in Max's chair right now. I think I would be. This is a really, really tense scenario because he's got to, if he can break one or two problems. It all hangs on next turn. For me, looking at the scenario as it stands right now, it hangs on next turn. Like, what can one or the other player do with what they have left next turn to either break a province or break two provinces? Because if Max can break two provinces...
Darren takes air.
He's going to try to claim air.
And he's showing a Voice of Honor on top of his deck, which he can use because he's got the Brash Samurai's Honor.
Yeah.
And this... What's he going to do now? He's taking Earth Political into the Manicured Gardens.
Earth Political, okay. Well, I mean, actually, I think that's irrelevant. I think that's completely a completely
air.
irrelevant
I would have
play.
gone for air, but
air seems
we
like
don't know what's in his hand, you know.
But we're he's furthering his win condition. Because actually, okay, there's no more conflicts left in this turn, right?
Correct.
So it doesn't really matter. What I would probably do if I
Max
was...
isn't defending?
I actually probably wouldn't defend in this scenario.
Just give up the fate?
Yeah. I mean, if you were...
Oh, he's getting harpooned in.
Yeah,
anyway.
he's getting harpooned in, so he doesn't need to actually defend. So he prevents somebody else from getting harpooned in. He could get dishonored here, which...
would suck.
It would actually... It would amount to the same amount of honor loss in the end.
If he just has Force Shame in there, but Force Shame gives the choice to Max. He can bow or dishonor. Court Games would do it.
Court Games would do it, but I don't think
I feel like
it's
against a heated defender who's going away anyway, that's not a value play.
Yeah. So the thing is, the province doesn't break.
Again,
yeah.
No, it...
Does it?
Does it? He's got 5. Yeah, it should break.
But it was 5 versus...
Oh, no, because he's got the favor. But no, it is breaking.
It is breaking.
Maybe he forgot he had the favor.
Hey, and he turns
it's 5 versus 5. Good man. I asked him to before.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't unopposed, so he doesn't lose the honor.
Which is the most important thing at this point. But now that means that Darren he's broken a province. He's getting the extra tiebreaker points. He's now going to be 3 clear tiebreaker points ahead. And honestly, he's within...
Oh, Max just remembered he had the favor, and Darren is now explaining that it didn't matter.
Yeah.
In a very sportsmanlike manner, I have no doubt.
I'm sure. But now Darren is going to claim the favor for political, and the rings are going to get fate. The unclaimed rings are going to get fate. And stuff's going to die. All of Darren's board is going to die. Darren's going to gain 2.
Yep. 2?
Is it 2? 1? I don't know how much glory that character has.
Oh, it's not. It's just one flat one. Flat one if they're honored. Yeah.
Okay. And
she hangs around.
I mean, he still has a board. He's
now,
still
Max. It's very important.
It's very important that you bid
1.
Bid 1, Max.
Bid only 1.
If we can channel our collective...
I mean, it's too late.
It's really too late.
Bid 1. For form's sake, if nothing else.
I mean, just to make it competitive. If he bids any more... Because you know Darren's going to bid 1 here.
Oh, why? Yeah, of course. Why
there's no
he?
other reason to bid anything else other than 1. But I don't, and that's the thing. Like, I don't understand why Max felt the pressure, or the impetus to draw more than 1, to bid more than 1 last round. I mean,
weak flips from both players here. Nothing impressive on either side. The Witch Hunter hanging over from last turn isn't bad, but with no holding, the Shrewd Yuzuki is very unimpressive.
Yeah.
The Courtiers and Wandering Ronin.
Bodies on the table. So time has been called.
So that's that then.
And you can see this is Darren
explaining why he's won.
Why
Max has lost. I'm sure again he's being very
diplomatic
and sportsmanlike in his explanations.
I mean, from our point of view, I would say that it's a clear victory.
Well, I mean,
I mean, this is another stall-out turn.
Yeah,
and the thing is,
exactly. I don't see anything happening this turn either.
Darren could actually push a little bit. Clever play here could push him a little bit closer to getting Max down to 0 honor.
Absolutely.
So I don't see a reason where.
Well, Shuichi is leaving play this turn. Like it's possible. With Shuichi leaving play, Ring of Air, he could bottom him out this turn.
Yeah.
Although his flip is really weak, considering he's got no board.
Yeah.
His flip is really weak.
But there's no way for Max to win this turn.
No, certainly not.
No. And that's a huge difference from the old game, because the old game, you could have one turn. If I win this battle,
I win the game.
Yeah, the game's over. The game, like, you swing the entire outcome of a game based on 1 turn. In this current setup, and I think you see there's the concession from Max. I think that would be the right thing to do.
For sure.
For sure. I know if I was in the situation, regardless of my feelings towards the other player, that would be the correct play to concede.
It's a shame. I feel like he outplayed himself a bit in that game.
I really feel like he shot himself in the foot. He by drawing the 3 cards in that 1 turn, he did not need those 3 cards. He could have bid 1.
The game was going nowhere anyway. Like, I wonder.
He missed an opportunity.
Do you think Darren's playing for tiebreakers as a strategy?
Could be. If that's
the way he played that game.
That game was definitely played for tiebreakers. I mean,
it got to the point where it was correct for both players to do it, like where 2 turns had passed and no provinces had been broken. At that point, you should be playing for tiebreakers. But I wonder to what extent was that a strategy from the outset? Or was it? I don't know.
A deck construction choice?
Yeah, exactly. Having recognized that the tiebreaker rules being in place and are very final.
Yeah.
You know, and the rounds are long and people aren't super familiar with the game. And a lot of the time in 30-30, decks lack the punch to close out the game. Without access to all their powerful cards, without the consistency, finishing a game can be hard. So
honestly,
maybe
I would go out on a limb and say, okay, I'm gonna give Darren the benefit of the doubt and say that he has not geared his deck towards that. But I would say anyone who does gear their deck towards a stall out tactic, I find that practice absolutely despicable. I think you should play to win. You should play to win. Don't play for and I know it's a bit of gamesmanship. You're going to win. Okay, if you go to time and you get points, you're going to win. But you play to get an actual victory condition, because that's not a victory condition, in my eyes at least.
Except by the rules it is. You know, it's a tricky one.
Except by your face it is.
But by, like, accounting, like, you don't. I'm not like sort of saying this is a black helicopters conspiracy theory.
Oh, no.
But of course. Rather, in this tournament especially, where it's 30-30, where a lot of people are just learning the game, where you're often going to have trouble closing it out, not taking tiebreakers into consideration from round 0. And I'm not saying build for tiebreakers. I'm not saying play for tiebreakers.
I understand.
I'm saying that you need to be aware that there's a strong potential you're going to encounter 1 or more of them. And you should be ready for that situation.
I think you should play the game in good faith.
Of course.
And aim to get one of the rulebook victory conditions, not one of the organized play victory conditions.
Of course you should. But it's also pragmatic to acknowledge that you're not going to, and that you should have a backup plan. It's good to have a plan B.
Of course. It has to be a consideration. But I feel if you're going to build your deck, if you're going to build a deck, if you're going to play the game towards winning, you're going to get the tiebreaker more often than not. If you're playing better, and you're getting your deck is humming better than your opponents, And here we have some back and forth, a little bit of explanation, the mandatory explanation of, you know, what I would have done if and how I would have done this if.
Very important. You
Very
couldn't have won, you see. I also had this, and this.
But then I could have played X, Y, and Z. We've all been there.
Favorite token goes back in the box.
Very important question,
That's
Jack.
the ball game, folks.
Very important question. How do you manage who owns what tokens? Because I imagine that I would go home from a tournament with no tokens left.
The standard approach is that you play with one player's set of tokens.
I see. Okay. That makes more sense. I would never trust my opponent's tokens.
Okay, well, we are going to go. The round has just ended, so there probably isn't much time. Like, that was time on the round, so they'll be going straight to the next. Straight to the next round pretty quickly, so we'll probably be back with the next feature match very soon.